भी देव देवियां हैं जिनकी चरण कमल में है उनकी समस्त जो है टॉप आदि जो सवाल करते हैं ऐसे केशव अथवा माधुर्य रस में क्या होंगे देश बदनाथी राधा इति केशव जिन्होंने रसिकता के साथ श्रृंगार पद में जब राधा जी साधित भक्ति का नाट्य के
Can you hear the voice, Haribol? Can you hear the voice?
राधा जी की जो है सारी अंगों के सारी देश के जो है वो श्रृंगार किया ये नाम ही हो गया श्रृंगार वत धीर ललित नाय की विशेषता प्रेस की वसूलता कान पकड़ के बैठो कान पकड़ के बैठो बोलने के श्रृंगार
Haribol, can you hear the voice? Can you hear the voice now? Okay.
अपने काम प्रियतम की किस प्रकार वशीभूत करते
So Devangana is asking to Radharani here, if you are both or two different body and one soul, can you call your Krishna now? So Srimati Radharani is praying to Lord Sun. It's verse number 121. O Lord, who are worshipped by the demigods, O who give pleasure to the all living entity in the all three worlds, O you who fills all my desires, O merciful one, O Padmanisha, O witness to all that is true and false, O my Lord, worshipable Lord, O Bhagavan Suryadeva, if people speak the truth when they say Radha and Krishna are eternal and one soul, may Shri Krishna appear directly before my eyes so that to give pleasure to my intimate associate. Saying this, Vrishabhanu Nandini, Shri Radhika closed her eyes and meditated upon her beloved lover. So in Shastras also it is mentioned, the one-pointed bhajan bhakta, he will reach the highest mode he will, the one-pointed devotee will die, he will suicide, but he will never go and accept the shelter of different demigods. In Shastras it is mentioned two things. One is for normal adhikar vyakti and another is for special adhikari. So if people who is one-pointed, apart from accepting the Vishnu Prasad, they do not accept any prasad of demigods, Durga, Kali and many other demigods. So they do not accept the prasad of demigods. Who? The one-pointed devotee. He just pays obeisance and keeps aside, but he will not consume it. If there is no one-pointedness, then the people will take these kinds of stuffs. In the same way, here also they are mentioning, O worshipable Lord, O witness that is, O one who filled all my desires, and one who is a witness of all true and false, O my worshipable deity, Lord Surya, if Krishna is my eternal soul, then Sri Krishna appear directly before me, my eyes, so as to give pleasure to my intimate associate. So Srimati Radharani is telling here, So Radharani's Upasya Dev is Surya Dev. With Surya Dev. This is not Surya means not the sun here. Surya is also means Krishna. So in Gayatri Mantra Maharaj is telling what we do Upasana. Tat Savitur Varenyam. Who is the Varenya of even the sun god? And it means who is the worshipable by sun god also, that is Krishna. Devasya Dhimahi. I will meditate upon that person who is also worshipable by sun god.
वास्तव रूप में उस जगत में सूर्य आदि देवता की कहा गया उस वक्त है तो स्वयं कृष्ण ही अपराध
Practically in many places this Surya and other things are mentioned. So it is the Lord Krishna's expansion, Advaignan Paratattva. Although he is one, he is expanded into different Swarup, millions and millions of Swarup. He will do Leela and he will do Asvadan of the Leela and he will also give pleasures. And in the spiritual abode there is sun and there is moon also. There are different types of birds, animals and all. Whatever you see in this material world, everything is present in the spiritual world. All those things are Lord's Achintya Shakti and they are all facilitating Lord Krishna to his Leela. So Raghunath Das Goswami is telling in this word, in the spiritual and transcendental world, Dishyaman Prakash. So this is known as Dishyaman Dham Prakash. Krishna with Yog Maya, one day of Brahma, at the end of Dwapar, he comes to this earth to perform the different pastimes along with associates. So that is called as Prakat Leela. Aprakat Leela means in Aprakat Golok Vrindavan Nitya Leela is performing, that is called Aprakat Dham, and in this word we call it as Prakat Dham and Drishyaman Prakash. So here Radharani is mentioning, Hey Krishna, who is residing Hey Krishna, just to give pleasure to my internal associates, please appear in front of me. By saying this, Vrishabhananandini Srimati Radhika, she closed her both the eyes and started to meditate upon Lord Krishna. So she sat down like a yogini, subduing the function of her senses and observing full silence. In a moment, Sri Krishna removed his disguise, thus revealing his identity to the other Sakhis. With the movement of his eyebrow, he conveyed his desire that they play along with him, and then he embraced his beloved Sri Radhika and began to kiss her freely again and again. So Devangana, at that time, she was in the disguise of a woman and she was sitting in front of Radharani. When Srimati Radharani closed her eyes and like a yogini, when she started to meditate upon Lord Krishna, at that time Krishna gave up his disguised form
आंखों के द्वारा
And through the Sakhis of Srimati Radhika, Krishna signaled with his eyes and he appeared in front of Srimati Radhika. So at that time Sri Radhika's whole body began to hyperventilate and tears of joy flowed from her eyes. As soon as she understood in her meditation that her beloved Sri Krishna had come, she opened her eyes. Seeing Sri Krishna before her, she became immersed in the ocean of rapture bliss. At that time Sri Radhika appeared like a yogini directly meeting Brahma. The tears from her eyes washed away her colirim. So Maharaj is telling, when Srimati Radharani started to meditate upon Lord Krishna while closing her eyes, she was looking like a yogini, and while doing meditation her eyes started to tears. Radharani's eyes collyrium started to melt. And later she came into the senses and opened her beautiful eyes. After a few moments, beautiful-eyed Sri Radhika returned to her senses and shamefully covered her face with the end of her garments. Sri Lalita addressed Sri Krishna, that crest jewel of all gallant lovers. O sportive one, it is most astonishing that you have come here undetected. Only the women of the family are allowed entrance into his private inner chamber of the house. Even the wind cannot enter here. The male who comes here without fear must be the crest jewel of courageous men. So Maharaj is telling, in the previous time at the houses, only the women of the family were allowed entrance into the private inner chambers of the house. Even the wind cannot enter there. So Lalita Devi is telling here, this is a special transcendental word. It is protected by Yog Maya. Like how in Nivritta Nikunja Leelas are performed, in those places there is no entry for anyone. Only Srimati Radhika along with her Swapaksha, Lalita, Vishaka and other Sakhis only the women of the family are allowed entrance into this private inner chamber of the house. The male who came here without fear must be the crest jewel of courageous men. You are forcibly touching the body of Sri Radhika, the daughter of King Vrishabhanu, even though she is constantly guarded by fierce Sakhis like me. Her fame is like the sacred river Mandakini, in which chaste women ritually bathe by engaging in the purification of hearing and chanting. In other words, she is the best of chaste women. Even Arundhati desires to attain her chastity. After Sri Radhika took her bath, she sat with closed eyes to worship Mitradeva, the sun god. Worshipping the sun god, she meditated upon satisfying her most beloved Sri Krishna. So here Maharaj is telling that Mahaprabhu, when he was doing a kirtan in Shiva's Angan, in Shiva's Thakur's house, he used to close the doors and he used to do kirtan along with his internal associates.
अर्थात जो परम सती हैं जिनकी पातिव्रत धर्म की अरुंधति इच्छा अर्थात पंछा करती है. So
even Arundhati desires to attain her chastity.
अर्थात सूर्य पूजा के बहाने अपने प्राणबंधु गोविंद की संतुष्टि के लिए उनका ध्यान करने में उद्देश्य दोनों आपकी मुझ पर आसन पर बैठी है. उसी विश्वभानु राजकन्या श्रीमती राधिका के अंगों का जो कुछ भी बलपूर्वक स्पर्श कर रहे हो, क्या तुम्हें सूर्यदेव से ही भय नहीं लगता?
You do not know the meaning of shame. Have you no fear of the sun god? Have you no regard for social etiquette and moral virtues? O Madhav, I praise your good fortune that Sri Radhika's mother-in-law Jatila and her angry husband are not at home. So this Leela is happening in the Javat, in the house of Jatila. We Sakhis are the frail and weak women. How can we oppose you? O topmost amongst all debauchees, today by your good fortune, you have skillfully protected yourself from this danger.
सुकुशल पूर्वक ही तुमने इस विपत्ति से रक्षा पाई. यह ललिता की श्रेष्ठ वचन पूर्वक
Sri Lalita's words were fully of irony. She actually meant, O Krishna, Sri Radha's mother-in-law Jatila and her angry husband are not at home. I am her friend, and since I always desire her happiness, please sport with my friend Radhika without any fear. Sri Krishna replied, Hey Lalita, I am not to blame for what has happened. I was playing in the courtyard of the cowshed when I suddenly remembered Sri Radhika, and then some demigod instantly brought me here. So Krishna is telling, a nearby Goshala I was doing my Leela, but some demigod has brought me here in front of you, Srimati Radhika. कोई नहीं लेके
कृष्ण भक्त से जो गोविंद कुंडला था, क्या बोले, राधा जी की जो वृंदा देवी
लेकिन यहाँ पे तो झूठ बोल रहा है ना महाराज कृष्णा, झूठ बोल रहा है कृष्णा झूठ बोल रहा है ना, देवता लेके आया।
नहीं, वो जो कार्य कृष्ण के जब ये ललिता देवी की टीका में लगे, आप कैसे आए हैं? तो उस समय ही कृष्ण ने भक्त में कहा, हे ललिते, इस समय मेरा कोई अपराध नहीं, मैं कैसे आया? मैं कोसला के प्रांगण में क्रीड़ा कर रहा था, कई बार राधा जी का मुझे स्मरण हो गया, राधा जी ने स्मरण किया, मैं राधा जी के स्मरण किया, तुरंत ही कोई देवता ही
लेके आ गया,
मुझे दिया परी कर गया। तो राधा कृष्ण के राधा जी के पास कौन ले जाते हैं? वृंदावन के।
So I asked Maharaj that Krishna is telling lie here, that he is telling that a devata brought me. So Maharaj is explaining this. So Vrinda Devi is the Krishna Pakshiya Gopi. Whenever Srimati Radharani reminds Krishna, Vrinda Devi gets Sri Krishna in front of Srimati Radhika always. And Vrinda Devi is the in charge of all Leelas. Even the Kunjbhanga Leela. So, for the meeting of Srimati Radharani and Krishna, Vrinda Devi's platform is most important. In the transcendental world, Yogamaya and Vrinda Devi and Purnamasi, all these three people are the same, but in their duties they are different. Vrinda Devi is doing this in the Madhurya Ras. Shri Radha ji said, Sakhi Lalite. Shri Radhika said, Oh my dear friend Lalita, Shri Krishna came here simply as the result of my remembering him. But where has that celestial damsel gone? So, Devangana was Krishna himself. When Krishna accepted the form of Krishna, so does she believe me now that she has witnessed this? Radhika is asking this to Lalita. And Lalita replied, when the heavenly damsel saw the two of you meet, all doubt left her and the pain in her heart was dispelled. She is inside, arranging for our happiness. So Krishna said, please introduce me to this heavenly damsel. When Shri Lalita did not reply, he said, now I understand. Now my good fortune, I have come to understand your cunningness. Some adept young lady endowed with supernatural power or some aerial demigoddess must have come to your home, and your friend Radhika must have learned some supernatural mantra from her. Now Radhika has rendered me weak and helpless. Even though I am not controlled by anyone, every day she forcefully allures me and wants to make me her servant. So Krishna is telling some Siddha Yogini
वही स्वयं की कृष्ण की जो शक्ति आदि, जो लीला शक्ति, इच्छा शक्ति आदि,
So Krishna's Leela Shakti, Ichha Shakti, and all come in this form and does Leelas. Krishna's Ichha Shakti is the topmost. Just by Krishna's desire, Yog Maya, she will manifest all kinds of Leelas. She will collect all kinds of Leela and
हे राधे, ये देवी मुझे भी कोई एक मंत्र प्रदान करें। अरे भामिनी, मुझे मंत्र दिलाने में तुम मेरी सहायता करो, क्योंकि उत्कंठा के साथ मैं तुम्हारे शरण।
O Bhavani, O Radha, please arrange for this heavenly damsel to give me a mantra too. I eagerly surrender unto you. Please make me a solitary. Please take me to a solitary place and make me your disciple. So this is verse number 134 completed. So Maharaj is telling that mantra is always given in a solitary place unto the ears of disciple. So Krishna is also telling, please take me to some solitary place and make me your disciple. Shri Radhika said, in your hand you hold your shining flute, which is endowed with supernatural power and which can attract supremely chaste young married women to fulfill your desires. Why do you need any other mantra? So Vamshi, it is called as Vamshi Priya Sakhi. In Brahma Samhita also it is mentioned. Two types of duty, one is Atma duty and one is Swayam duty. The flute cannot always fulfill my task. Shri Krishna answered, how can it help me when you people steal it? So these gopis, sometimes they steal the flute of Lord Krishna. So this is called Vamshi Haran Leela in Shastras. And then Lalita replied, O Krishna, the celestial damsel became shy when she saw you and she hid in the house. Why would she teach you a mantra? If you are so eager, go into the house. If the heavenly damsel is merciful, she will certainly fulfill your desires. Hearing this, Shri Krishna entered the house. Shri Radhika asked, Lalita, what are you doing? Tell me clearly. I do not understand what is going on, but I have a suspicion. Lalita replied, my friend Radha, do not hesitate. Let us go into the house and observe your friend meeting Shri Krishna. So it is an arrangement of Lalita to make meet with Radha and Krishna in a secured place. Thereafter the seed of Shri Krishna's skillful words was sown in the field of Srimati Radhika's heart. It sprouted and showered with sweet laughter from the clouds of Shri Lalita and other Sakhis. She grew into a tree of knowledge that gave fruits that were filled with ras. Shri Krishna's clever talk, as potent as mantra given by a demigod,
इसका अभिप्राय है कि श्री कृष्ण द्वारा देवी से प्रसन्न, देवी से मंत्र
So Sri Krishna's clever talk, as potent as a mantra given by a demigoddess, put doubts in Sri Radhika's heart. These doubts thickened when the laughter of the Sakhis. However, after carefully contemplating what had happened, she came to understand everything and became overjoyed to learn that she had met with Sri Krishna, who is more dear to her than million of her own lives. Later on, Sri Lalita said, "It seems that the heavenly damsel has disappeared from this place or gone outside. Let us immediately go and search for her. O friend Radha, please impart knowledge of the mantra to Sri Krishna and make him happy." Thereupon the Sakhis hastily left. So from nahi le. So in front of everyone, Guru mantra is not given. Guru mantra or mantras are always given in a secluded place.
ललिता बोली ये दोनों ही तो स्थान में अंतरित हो गई है अथवा बाहर चली गए, हम लोग शीघ्र ही उन्हें ढूंढने के लिए जा रही हैं।
So Lalita was telling, this heavenly damsel has been disappeared and gone outside. Let us go outside for search her. And then she also said to Radhika, please provide mantra to Krishna and make him happy. So when there is a personal leela of Radha and Krishna, the Pranaprishta, Sakhi, Lalita and others will not be present. Only Radha and Krishna. So it is called Raman Bihar Leela. And apart from Radha and Krishna, no one else is allowed inside. But some manjaris can be present. Even they will not be inside. They will be just outside the kunja. And staying outside only, they will enjoy the milan ras of Radha and Krishna. So Sri Radha and Krishna decorate themselves with the jewels of amorous pastimes from the treasure chest of Prema, and by so doing defeated millions of cupids. That is not astonishing. Saintly devotees hear and chant about these gems of transcendental amorous pastimes and meditate on them to attain service to Sri Radha Krishna's lotus feet. Thus they attain supreme bliss and eternally overcome lust. After one has tasted the rasa of transcendental pastime, the desire of mundane enjoyment cannot remain in the heart. The heart and mind will then remain eternally immersed in relishing such ras, leaving no place for thoughts related to the body or the senses. Even in Srimad Bhagavatam, at the last sloka of Ras Panchadhyayi, it is also mentioned, so here also and there also, it is mentioned the last shloka mentioned here like this. What is the benefit of reading this shloka? The Falashruti.
ठीक उसी प्रकार यहाँ पर ग्रंथकार
So this poem about Sri Radha Krishna entitled Sri Prem Samputa
कृष्ण की समस्त केली रत्न श्रवण
was manifested in the mouth of Falguna in the year 1606 of the Shakabda era AD 1684 on the bank of Sri Radha Kunda and Sri Shyam Kunda by one who is fully nourished by drinking the sweet nectar and words of Srila Rupa Goswami. Govinda Lila Amrit and Krishna Lila Amrit. Govinda Lila Amrit or Krishna Lila Bhavana. Govinda Lila Amrit and Krishna Bhavana Amrit are the two scriptures which is manifested by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur.
किसी प्रकार संध्या नहीं रखता है अत्यंत धीर स्थिर होकर के गुरुमुख से है और इस कथा को श्रवण करे। तात्पर्य है कि अपराजित लीलारस का आस्वादन प्राप्त होने पर
So after one has tasted the ras of the transcendental pastime, the desire of mundane enjoyment cannot remain in the heart.
लीलारस आस्वादन हो जाए तो अपने आप ये प्राकृतिक भोग लालसा
So Maharaj is telling here, in anyone's heart, if anyone relishes the transcendental Leela Ras, there is no chance of any moments of these material desires.
दिखाई पड़ता है किंतु वास्तव रूप में वो संपूर्ण रूप से वो विपरीत है किंतु उस जगत में काम शब्द का है प्रेमी शब्द है और उस जगत में प्रेम शब्द का है काम शब्द है बाकी उसी प्रकार है
Krishna Bhavanamrit and Govinda Leela Amrit.
ये उस जगत में कामी प्रेम स्वरूप ही है
So Maharaj is also further continuing that in the transcendental world there is a pure love, and here in this material world it is called lust, and in the spiritual world the same lust is in the purified form and that is called love. In this material world, since it is to obtain the sense gratification, so it is lust, but in the transcendental world it is Krishna Indriya Tattva. It looks almost similar here and there, but practically it is not one. Both are different. So whatever we hear, but understanding is very, very difficult. In this world, the lust of these women and men are shown, but in the transcendental world, practically it is not like that. How to understand this? In the transcendental world, everything is love. So Madhurya is also a Chinmay Vastu. Aprakrita Leelaras Aswadhan. After obtaining the transcendental Leela Ras in the heart, there is no trace of material enjoyment in the heart. So leaving no place for thoughts related to the body or the senses, relishing such ras. In 1606, Falgun month is maybe in the February, on the banks of Radhakund and Shyamkund, by one who is fully nourished by drinking the sweet nectar and words of Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, this poem about Sri Radha Krishna entitled Sri Prem Samput was manifested. Here, out of humility, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur does not reveal his name. So, Vishwanath Chakravarti is also mentioning the date of this composition of this book in 1606 on the banks of Sri Radha and Shamkund. And specially Srila Rupa Goswami Path's sweet nectarian words released by his beautiful nectarian words, I have manifested this book called Prem Samput. Here, out of humility, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur does not reveal his name. Iti Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Sampaditam Shri Prema Samputam Bhavanavadam Sampurnam. Thus ends the Bhavanuvad of Shri Prema Samput of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur by Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripasindubhyo Chapatanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namo Dandavat Pranam.